Welcome to my weekend coffee morning routine. First, I'm gonna show you the barista equipment that we are gonna be using throughout the video. I'll start by showing the water spray. We'll use this one to water down the coffee beans before grinding them. As you can see, it can produce a fine mist of moisture. We're also gonna be using a small coffee tray. We're gonna put the beans in the tray to measure them with a scale. This is the scale that we are gonna be using. The soft brush will help us push the coffee beans into the grinder as well as clean the coffee barista equipment. The coffee stirrer will allow us to stir the coffee on the tumbler before putting it onto the moka pot. It will spread out the grains of coffee once they are grinded. The tumbler will hold the coffee once it's grinded and will help us put it into the moka pot. Its clever design allows to put the coffee out from it easily into the moka pot. We are gonna be using an Italian moka pot for today. I've been using it pretty much every day, and it makes really good coffee. Once we're done, we're gonna pour our coffee into a black coffee mug. This is used by daily driver. We're gonna be using a big coffee grinder to grind our beans. As well as a water fountain. I usually like to boil my water first getting it into the moka pot, just so that it doesn't take so long. Today we're gonna be using Ethiopian coffee. This coffee has caramel notes, tangerine and jasmine notes. It's sweet and a bit pungy. To make our coffee, we are gonna be using a scale, and we'll start by measuring 15 grams of coffee. As you can see, some beans spilled out. I took them later on. We're gonna be putting our beans into the grinder, doing this with just one hand. It was a bit hard, but I somehow managed. Then we'd like to spray some water into our beans. Usually moisten the beans before grinding them. Makes the grinding process easier, just because the grinded coffee doesn't go flying away everywhere. Since 15 grams is not enough, we are going to be using 35 milliliters of water, so we want to have around 30 grams of coffee. So I went and measure another 15 grams and just pour them into the grinder. As you can see, doing it with one hand is still hard. And then I just sprayed a bit more water over the beans. It's nice to keep them moist. Then I started grinding them. Since the beans had too much moist, I had to use the brush to put them in the center of the grinder so that they get collected. I prefer doing that than to have non-moist coffee beans. It is what it is. Push them a bit more, and this one will be the last one. We managed to grind all of our coffee beans. So here we have our grind coffee, looking nice. We're gonna put the coffee into the tumbler so that it's easier to later on put it onto the mocha pot. Just try not to spill your coffee. I use the brush later on just to push it inside of the tumbler. You can just shake the tumbler around to spread the coffee. Here we have our mocha pot and our tumbler. You can just put the tumbler on top of the mocha pot, just like this. Now just lift the bottom of the tumbler and the coffee will fall down into the mocha pot. Again, using two hands for this make it so much easier, but it is what it is. I use the stirrer in this case to push the rest of the coffee in, and also to spread it evenly inside of the mocha pot. You won't usually need this step, but one hand is what it is. Then you can push the coffee with the bottom of the tumbler create a flat, uneven surface on top. This concludes our mise en place, and now we're gonna clean everything up, just clean as you go. It usually makes the process much easier and much enjoyable. Once the cleaning was done, I just put everything back into the cupboard. Looking nice. Alright, so we are ready now to make our cup of coffee. We're gonna do the hot parts of the coffee making process, and we'll start by pouring some boiling water with the help of our water fountain into our mocha pot. This is quite nice because it speeds up the process by a lot. The bad part is that you need to be careful not to burn yourself. As you can see, the water level was perfect, 35 centiliters of water, 350 milliliters of water. I'll be using a glove to grab the pot since it contains boiling water and I don't want to burn myself. Not anymore, at least. Onto the stove, light the fire. That's an electric lighter, by the way, not really part of the barista equipment, though I'm using it here. Just speeding this up. Don't want to make you wait for the coffee to rise, but here we have a beautiful view of it. Tasty. I usually like to make my coffee with the top of the mocha pot up, just so I can see it and I can have the coffee. I don't know, it's an enjoyable part of the coffee making process, but remember to put it back down, otherwise you'll be spilling coffee all around your kitchen. Don't want to do that. Is ready. You can see the steam coming out of the mocha pot. It's obviously quite nice. steam. So now the best part of making coffee. Enjoying it. Just pouring the coffee into the mug. It really smells lovely. This section is gonna be called the milk incident. I tried to prepare some frothy milk in the stove, though I didn't really manage to. I thought I'd get away just by heating the milk without stirring or anything else. That was not the case. I usually just prefer cold milk, so maybe the lack of practice on this didn't allow me to do well, but I tried. I'll get better at it. Be careful, the milk rises fast, and I ended up spilling a bit on the stove and had to clean everything. But now the stove's clean for another day. I'll leave you with some thoughts of the coffee. Just pouring the milk in. We definitely didn't heat enough milk, so I ended up using cold milk at the end. So here's the coffee in the terrace. It was a sunny Monday. Thanks for watching, and see you back in the next video. Bye!